We are covering the AWS Pricing Models for the AWS Certified Cloud Practitioner or CCP exam. This is a critical topic because understanding how AWS charges for services is a significant portion of the exam. The exam will test you with scenario-based questions to see if you can choose the most cost-effective model for a given situation. Let's start with on-demand instances. This is the default pay-as-you-go model where you pay for compute capacity by the second with no long-term commitments. The exam will position on-demand as the most flexible but also the highest-priced option, ideal for unpredictable, spiky workloads or applications being developed and tested for the first time. Next are reserved instances, or RIs. Here, you commit to a specific instance type in a specific region for a 1 or 3 year term in exchange for a significant discount of up to 72% compared to on-demand prices. A common exam trap is not knowing the difference between standard and convertible RIs. Standard RIs are locked to a specific instance family, while convertible RIs offer a lower discount but allow you to change the instance family during the term. The exam will test your understanding that RIs are best for applications with steady, predictable usage. Following RIs, we have savings plans. This is a more modern and flexible model. Instead of committing to a specific instance type, you commit to a dollar amount of compute usage per hour for a 1 or 3 year term. This discount automatically applies to EC2 instances across different families and regions, and even extends to other services like AWS Fargate and Lambda. For the exam, know that savings plans offer similar discounts to RIs, but with much greater flexibility. Then we have spot instances, which offer the biggest discounts, up to 90% off on-demand prices. You are bidding on spare, unused EC2 capacity. The catch, and a major exam point, is that AWS can terminate your instance with only a 2-minute warning if they need the capacity back. The exam will present scenarios involving fault-tolerant, stateless, or non-critical workloads like batch processing or big data analysis, which are perfect use cases for spot instances. A trick question might involve using Spot for a critical stateful database, which would be an incorrect and costly choice. The AWS free tier is another key area. It's broken into 3 types: a 12-month free tier for new accounts, an always free tier, and short-term trials. For example, the 12-month tier includes 750 hours of a T2 Micro EC2 instance per month, while the always free tier includes things like 1 million AWS Lambda requests per month indefinitely. A common point of confusion tested on the exam is assuming everything is free for the first year. You must know which services fall into which free tier category. Finally, let's discuss data transfer pricing. The golden rule for the exam is that data transfer into AWS from the internet is almost always free. However, you are charged for data transfer out of AWS to the internet, and this pricing is tiered based on volume. You are also charged for transferring data between different AWS regions and even between different availability zones within the same region. A typical exam question will describe a data migration scenario and ask you to identify where costs will be incurred. A simple way to remember the core instance pricing models is this phrase: for steady states, save with plans or reserve instances. For unpredictable usage, go on demand. For cheap but interruptible, bid on a spot. This helps map the workload type directly to the most cost-effective pricing model, which is exactly how the exam will test you. For free practice questions, AI-powered explanations, and more exam prep tools, visit openexamprep.com. That's openexamprep, all one word, .com.